Good evening, everybody. It's Friday night, and of course, that means it's time for a cocktail. So, tonight we're going to do what is a fairly well-known, revived pre-Prohibition era cocktail called The Last Word. So, The Last Word was originally served at the Detroit Athletic Club in the teens. So, it's before Prohibition. And it apparently survived through a good portion of Prohibition. Apparently, you could still go to the Detroit Athletic Club, which was a private club. And if you knew like the secret handshake and where the back room was, you could still get a last word. It was around and somewhat popular until probably like the 50s. It was in a well-known cocktail book in 1951, and then it sort of disappeared. Until it made a comeback in the early 2000s. Like so many hipster things, it made its comeback in the Pacific Northwest in Seattle and Portland. And then it's kind of just become one of the sort of go-to cocktails of the craft cocktail movement. It's a fairly easy cocktail to remember again because it's equal parts, and it's a 4-ingredient cocktail. And it consists of gin, chartreuse, maraschino liqueur, and fresh lime juice, and in equal parts. And I'm going to use Glendalough Irish gin. I thought this was a pretty European cocktail because the signature ingredients are chartreuse, which is French, and maraschino, which is Italian. And you need gin, so I'm going with Irish gin. The chartreuse is an interesting botanical liqueur made only by Carthusian monks of La Grande Chartreuse near Grenoble, France. Today is still made from 130 alpine herbs according to an ancient 1605 formula. Secret method of preparation is shared by 3 Carthusian brothers and is protected by vows of silence. So, it's important stuff.
Do they make the yellow one too?
They make the yellow one too, which is a little sweeter, a little milder. This one's got a little more herbal nose to it. So I thought the Glendalough gin would go well with it because Glendalough's made with wild botanicals that are foraged in the mountains around the distillery in Wicklow in Ireland. And of course, I'm partial to the label, which has St. Kevin on it. So it's got to be good. It's got St. Kevin on it. So I'm going to jump into making it here. Of course, as always, I've got, there you go, St. Kevin.
St. Kevin.
St. Kevin and the Blackbird. Great poem by Seamus Heaney. You can look it up. Oops. I don't know why I'm dumping out the ice. Chilled cocktail glasses. And we've got our lime juice, fresh squeezed lime juice. For one cocktail, the recipes normally call for 3/4 of an ounce of each of the 4 ingredients. That's the Tuesday night recipe. I'm going with an ounce per drink. So I've got 2 ounces of the lime juice. I'm gonna do 2 ounces of the gin. There's 2 gin. 2 ounces of the chartreuse made by the Carthusian brothers in Grenoble. I'm sure Alex Trebek would correct my French pronunciation of all that. And the maraschino. 2 ounces of that.
This song makes me want to sway.
Well, this is the song that sounds just like Tennessee whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost as if you might have been inspired by it, shall we say. So we're going to shake it all up, our 4 equal parts. And we've got our chilled cocktail glasses. And we're going to double strain this one. I know.
Well, you know which one's mine.
We always know that. Oh dear, see, even with an ounce each, we got big glasses, I guess.
And those are the little ones.
These are the little ones, yeah. Maybe someday we'll break out the big ones. And then to garnish, you go with a cherry. I'm gonna go with 2. These are my homemade brandied cherries. And we're just gonna drop them in there. And that is the last word. Perfect beverage for any time of day, and
Tasty.
it is very tasty. Cheers to Friday night and the last word.